Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Nicole Robinson. I am a doctor of pharmacy and a certified functional medicine practitioner with Synergy Chiropractic Center. And today I am coming to you from my office. And this video is all about mindful eating. So what is mindful eating? Well, there's really a lot to this topic, but basically it's being in tune with your body when it comes to food. And we really should be eating to live and not living to eat. And I just love that. It's so good, right? Now I wanted to talk to you about this before the holidays because I think most of us really struggle with this, especially at this time of year since there is so much excess food every time we turn around. We're just bombarded with this message everywhere we go, everywhere we look, that overindulging in sweets and alcohol and other food is how we celebrate, with little regard to how it affects our body. Now I know this is a problem for me for sure. I go through phases of not paying attention to what I eat and I end up paying for it later. And going through SIBO treatment, which is small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, I can't always eat what everyone else is having and it's really hard. So what does mindful eating look like? Well, here are some eating techniques that you can put into practice to help you eat mindfully instead of mindlessly. So number one is eat when you're hungry and stop when you're full. Now this one is so hard for me. I think we've just been so programmed to eat at meal times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And sometimes you might not be hungry at meal times, but you eat anyways because you feel like you might not get another chance later. And which is ridiculous because when we think about how much food we have just sitting around at every given moment, food's available around every corner. So what can we do? So we need to change the thought pattern around this. So you can literally tell your brain when you're hungry that food will be available. And so the same goes for feeling full. So pay attention to every single bite. And when something no longer has that great taste as when you started, you're probably getting close to being full. Now, number two is be fully present when you eat. Now, oftentimes in, this country, everything's just all about food. But in other countries, like over in Europe, they actually take time to enjoy the meal, but also the company as well. So they might spend more time at the table, but they're not necessarily eating the whole time. They're conversating and they're spending quality time with friends and loved ones. So try this when you are at the table of your next holiday party. If you take the focus off of food and put it on whoever you're with, see how much you eat. I bet it will be different. And number three is don't rush meals. And I am so guilty of this. I am better at this than I used to be, but I still find myself rushing around in the morning sometimes and literally eating while I'm walking around and getting my kids ready for the day, or eating while I'm cooking, and it's just terrible. So maybe you eat on the go too, before a meeting or in the car or on the way to kids' activities. So really sitting down to eat and paying attention can go a long way here. Now, if this is really something that you need to work on, I would recommend you take a look at the book called The Joy of Half a Cookie by Jean Christeller. Now this book has some great science-based information on mindful eating techniques to put into practice. So if you have trouble losing weight and you've done every diet under the sun, it might be time to look at the emotional side of eating. So thank you guys so much for watching and have a fantastic day.